Hey, welcome to the Sunday preview for this week, the 29th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And we've got a reading from the Gospel of Mark. And it says, James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus and said, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." He replied, "What do you wish me to do for you?" They answered, "Grant that in your glory we may sit, one at your right and the other at your left." Jesus said, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup that I drink, or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized?" They said to him, "We can." Jesus said, "The cup that I will drink, you will drink, and with the baptism with which I am baptized, you will be baptized. But to sit at my right or my left is not mine to give, but for those for whom it has been prepared." When the other 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. And Jesus summoned them and said, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones make their authority over them felt. But it must not be that way among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for the many." The Gospel of the Lord. It's amazing to see that among the apostles there was this squabbling over who was the most important. It's not the only time the Gospel records that. And for the most part, it's the apostles themselves that are writing these Gospels, so they're very honest about the way they were. And they record these lapses that they had, lapses of virtue, with regard to Jesus, and how it was hard for them to learn the lesson of humility and service. And they fully admit that they were kind of grasping to be closest to Jesus and to be the most important. And this is a problem for us in every generation. Every single person struggles with this, right? The idea of servant leadership is a hard one to sell, these days, anytime really, because human nature always wants to be in the fast lane. We always want to be first and not to be the servant. But over and again, Jesus shows us that, when he washes the feet of the disciples, when he sacrifices himself on the cross, right? It was only through his suffering and death that we were reborn to new life. And that's the only way to enter the kingdom of heaven, to be simple and humble and serve the others, and not worry about who gets the credit. I think somebody said one time famously, it's amazing what you can get done if you don't worry about who gets the credit. If you act as the servant, then you'll be in the first places in the kingdom. There's not any other way to enter the kingdom of heaven except through that humble service.